that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, Ori did an AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Everything. I am the place. Remember me.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now first and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 36. They'll roll him out right. Downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. As he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On second down, here's Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Allen will look to throw on fourth. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It's caught, and it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Now Locke. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. And here's Hunter Nicewander now. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. This is Hines.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. They run again with Hines.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route.
They'll run forward with Hines. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a handoff working right. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That makes no sense. You got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
On the move to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Allen will try to throw for it. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 50.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And so we're into maneuver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now keep it on the ground. Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'll be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Locke going to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, it's Locke. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Let's go. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Locke's throw taken in by Long here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. throw again on second down. Block. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sanders will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and he actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down is Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
56.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. for it. It's Locke. Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they can throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. And they hadn't stopped them at all. finally they get a stop, they can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
And now here is another interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they pull a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Block off of play action. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And for a while, when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever...
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lock. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lock. Open man left side is a tight end long. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Lock. It's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Miles Sanders. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes! Miami football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. This is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Allen now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 70. And the Bills continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Block now on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock flushed out right. Fighting to stay upright. And it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Steps away.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Play action. Allen rolling to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one credited for the sack there, but certainly no credit given offensively. That play, well, it defies logic. So Allen's going to look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say, we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers in the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.